Woo-wee, look at that. Nice and shiny, gold and red, beautiful print. I want to show you the steps that I did to create this nice looking helmet. Alright, let's go to the workshop. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. Again, this is a Mark III, Iron Man Mark III. But before we go into how I assembled this helmet, so you can see there's a lot of patches. Let's go with the supplies first. There's nothing more frustrating than starting out a project like this one and not having the right supplies. You know, more hiccups, stopping, going to the store, you know, buying up your whatever you need. So let's go through the list. First, when you start your helmet build, you would want to sand it first. So let's go with that. First, I start with 80 grit sandpaper. I go with 80. Really go in hard with those letter lines. You know, really dig in there, clean it up. From there, I applied a Rust-Oleum filler primer. You know, fill in the gaps, whatever you. This is very aggressive, so you would need to use this. Fill in the gaps, whatever letter line that you erased. Fill it up, and then you go in to 180. Again, I should go smoother and smoother. You go up in grit number 120, make it smoother. From there, after you use this, another layer of Rust-Oleum filler primer, and to finish it off to 20. So this is about the final stage. So once I finish sanding it with this, it's gonna be your option if you wanna apply one more layer. To me, I do make it more smooth. There's nothing worse than painting your project and seeing those layer lines there. So it's safe to just apply one more coat. From there, your base color would be this gold. Wait, what is this? Metal finish Rust-Oleum gold spray paint. I got this from Walmart, $4.99. When I first started, I used this metallic gold from Duplicolor. So I bought this from, you could get this from Amazon, AutoZone, O'Reilly. So this is about 13 bucks. So price wise, go with this. They're essentially the same, just a lot, not minor difference on the color. So this is $4.99, $13.99. So 3 times the price. So once you apply this base color on all the sides, next up is this metal cast red. I'll link everything here on the description so that when you start yours, you won't be fumbling around. You'll have the whole list. So this is, again, you could get this from AutoZone, O'Reilly, Amazon if you want. I'd rather just drive through AutoZone. I never had any inventory issue grabbing these. This one sometimes gold. So I'm giving you 2 options on the gold. So there's some days that I can't get these. They're out of stock. So I just rather out buy this one instead. So again, another tip on this, gentle with this spray paint. It gets very, very runny. So let me give you an example right there. Right here, and right there especially, as you can see there. So very, very light coats, alright? I had some experience with this spray paint already, and still I get some errors with it. So again, very, very light coat. You spray a little bit of this, leave alone for about 2 minutes, and then one more coat. And and I almost forgot, I skip this spot putty. So this is very, very important as well. So when you get a very pesky layer line like this. Oh, sorry, I printed another Mark III. This is for my brother. Right there. So I wouldn't want to waste too much filler primer. It's not as effective. So this is what we would use. Okay. All right. Next up, what's under the helmet? All right. On this one, I pretty much just did a plastic weld. As you can see here, I use my any old like raft that I've done. Come on. So I just applied it to the side here, because this, when you print this is all in about, how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 pieces. 2 ears and the visors. So for you to really fuse this together, like I did on my previous video, you would want to do a plastic welding. So like the ears here and 2 spots. I don't know if you could see, sorry, but that's kind of dark right there. Oh, and also for the lights, this is what I got. I got this from eBay. I'll also link this in the description. You could buy the bendable one. I mean, those are like 14 bucks each. I got this for $4.99. So I bought like 5 of them from this seller, and I bid it, and he accepted my offer. So it's up to you if you want to get the bendable one. I know it's gonna be easier on you, but I just use like a lighter to heat it up and then bend it. As you can see there, it's bended. The lights. So look at that. Very, very nice indeed. So I'm gonna put some padding here when I'm done. I put the battery pack right here in the front. I almost forgot, on the side of the Iron Man helmet right here, I initially tried a lighter color like this one. There's another Rust-Oleum. So I tried this one, it didn't turn out as well. It didn't look Iron Man look, so I went darker, more dark gray. So I used another Rust-Oleum with dark gray Rust-Oleum. So if you can't tell, the theme of my paints are all in Walmart, so I want most of my supplies to come from one spot, you know, make you guys life easier. Buying spray paint from 5 different stores, it's just cumbersome, so I try to, you know, streamline everything one spot. Aside from the duplicate color like this one and the red, I buy most of my stuff from Walmart. One-stop shop. You know, filler primer, you buy this from other zones like 7 bucks, more cheaper to Walmart at $4.99. So let's move on how I erase the layer lines. Let's go. Okay, we're outside. My initial approach was gonna do my traditional time-lapse, sand-down time-lapse. I'm not gonna be doing that. That's like, to me, that's boring, and I'm not really teaching you anything. So I'm gonna switch it up and actually go in depth on how I would take this layer line right here. That's pretty bad. And how I would use this SpotPutty and this filler primer. So we're just gonna be focusing on this helmet. And again, like in my previous video, I repaired this right here. So how I would make this blend, fill this gap right here. So more in depth. So let's start. First supplies you're gonna need is any raft that you have, like a flat surface like this, different shapes, different applications. So just break anything off in your raft. Also decided to print this helmet. This is a Mark III in Thingiverse. This is going to be 2 options on the ears. So this one has the lip, you can see here, but this one, which came with this file together, this one doesn't. So I would, if you want to do more work, print this. But if you don't, you can see it has a little lip here. Makes it a lot easier to use together, and more aesthetically nicer because you don't see any gaps. You can see there, as opposed to this one, there's gonna be a gap there. So please print this. It's gonna be on the remix section on the bottom of the page, I think. So please print this and not this. Okay, move on. Okay, we're gonna start out how do I blend this broken piece right here. First, let's go with SpotPutty. All right, let me get a stand, more easier on me. Go. All right, it's up to you if you want to use gloves. Me, I want to feel what I'm doing, so do as I say, not as I do. I can say wear gloves if you want protection, but more precise. Use your finger first, and then you will apply with a flat surface when you want to. So for now, let's apply filler primer, fill that down. Boom. Okay, alright. Let's use our raft that we got. Let's see if I could. I'm actually on the camera. Okay. Right there. Just do a little pass. Boom. Cool. Alright, less is more, so don't massage it too much. Just once you feel it's flat, just stop. The more you try to flatten it, the more material comes with whatever surface you're trying to rub it with. So I don't know if that makes sense. So just once you feel it's flat, stop right there. Use the other side. This one I'm going to use my finger, much better. This one you're going to be put some excess on the back. You don't want to waste it. Okay. There you go. Down. Right there. Oop. Okay. Let's let it dry, guys, and then we'll move on. As we wait for the front to dry off, let's go to the back. Be generous in this part. Look at that, it's pretty bad. So let's go. Just rub it. Rub it. Like I said before, the filler primer does not work well with this, so it's better to use SpotPutty in my opinion. Actually, you're wasting your filler primer really when you use that to fill these gaps, because they're just so deep in there. Okay. Right. Use your hands to slide it. that, pretty bad. Very bad layer line, look at that. Apply again. Be generous, don't be scared. See, almost knocked off the camera. Cool. Scared. Focus on this area for now. Look at that. Okay, will it dry? Let me move on from the front. Alright, 5 minutes later. This is dried up pretty nice. This one maybe 2 more minutes. So that is one of the reasons why I recommend the Spot Putty. This thing dries up pretty quick. As opposed to this one, maybe an hour. If you're lucky. This thing gunks up your sandpaper pretty bad, so I highly recommend if you have a big gap like this one, use a Spot Putty. Alright, let's sand it down and make it look nice. See already, you can see here the gaps is already gone. So the challenge I think I'm seeing on this is the curvature. It's got just a little bit curved right here. So you gotta be gentle on this. Look at that, it's already looking good. Next step would be the felt primer, but before that, let's go with the back part. It's very ugly, I know, but once we sand this down, we're gonna be good. It's gonna be good. One of my issues is that I get excited, so I kind of tend to rush things. If I wait a little bit longer, I would have dried this off a bit more, but I sanded it too early and chipped a piece right there. I hope the camera picks it up. But then again, there's no gaps that I can see, so that should be okay with that. Okay, it's already looking better. It looks ugly, but the layer line's pretty gone. It's just a sanding part. It's the tedious. Forgot to mention, I'm using 120 grit. Not too aggressive, not too light. Pretty cool. Looks good already. See that? Nice and smooth. So in the corners, you gotta be a bit patient on these. And now be gentle with it. Because if you sand too hard, you're gonna have to apply the Spot Putty again. Yeah. Look at that, I did a pretty good job on the back. As you can see in the front, not so much. Oh, boom, boom, boom. So I'm gonna have to apply more velvet primer. Actually, SpotPutty, excuse me, to make this more better transition. You can clearly see the line there, as opposed in the back here. Nice and smooth. So this uses on the SpotPutty and the velvet primer. So you gotta be smart on when to use one and when to not. Okay. Thanks, guys. Alright, take two. Have we applied the SpotPutty? Let's hope it turns out better than last time. Sand, sand, sand. Never stop sanding, guys. So far, I'm happy with it. Back, nice and smooth. Pass over the velvet primer. Just erase that. Like this. Use it together. That wraps up this video, guys. I wanted to switch it up on this video, so I just wanted to focus on how I would erase the layer line, very bad layer line like this one. So look at that, it's pretty bad like I showed before. Just use your SpotPutty, erase it first, and then finalize it with velvet primer. Look at that big difference right there. Like that and right there, and then same as this helmet. This part broke off, shifted like before. I think I need to calibrate my printer or whatever what happened to that. So look how ugly that is. Same thing. Plastic weld, smooth it out, looks ugly. And then comes to this. Look at that, nice and smooth, like it never existed. Same thing, plastic weld. So I don't want to repeat myself over and over. That's my technique. Take it as you can. I hope I help you guys out. Once that's finished, you'll get a helmet like this. Shout out to Thingiverse, Mark 7th, I believe his name is. So this is the file he has. It's pretty good. There's two versions. Take the 2020, I believe. So let's finalize the showcase with light. Boom. Alright guys, I hope what helped you guys, and I'll see you in the next video and another project. Bye guys.